The soundproofing is done in the Evo weight. Today it's time to put all the interior into the Evo and then work on the underbody. There we go, and see how this looks like with seats inside. Let's get to work. We started with putting the carpet back in place along with seat belts, plastic trims and the door cards. Before we put the interior back in, we thought it would be a good idea to deep clean the interior using interior spot cleaner, to which we scrubbed as much as we could back and forth circular motion using Auto Glim and Maguire's products. It's actually crazy how much dirt come out. We then did the same for the roof interior. Although it's a lot bigger and time consuming, it was 100% worth it. So it's nice and fresh for the Evo for when it's back on the road. Trying to put the seats in there. Now the interior is in, it's time to get the Evo up and start on the underbody, to which we started using different types of tools to remove the underseal and working out which is the best tool to use. We tried a Dremel, air compressor sander, wire brush, but it was so time consuming. That was basically one of these. Now we're going to try a wire brush, see the difference on that. We've got this one, which is a round wire brush. We've got this one, which is also like a thin round brush. So we'll try them both. Yeah, that was really good. It's just not fast enough. This is the winner. I like that. You know, it didn't like scratch the thing so much. What? That's incredible. This is incredible. That's incredible. That is fantastic. That is incredible, that is. If you're gonna buy one of these. I don't think it's this one in particular, but if you had this one on this, but we can't because there's different fittings. But that is incredible. Let's just try this to get a flat surface. Wow, let's get the job going. We've got the Dremel, so this is gonna do the tight spaces that we can't get to. In between here, we can't get, so it's just like that. So we just kept pushing through at this point. We're on a roll and we just kept removing the underseal like butter. Some areas took longer than others, but we were sticking to the plan. The underbody also looked super clean with hardly any rust, which is a good sign. As you'll see, we started from the rear of the car, to which we realised pretty quick that this was probably the factory underseal of the Evo. And that's how we're getting the job done. And we're gonna get there. The sash is that clean. Maybe we should have left the underseal, but you know what? This Evo is going to be the best build we're going to do on the channel. I wasn't joking. We're going to make this brand new again. I hope so, as there's no going back now. Hours and days have gone into this project. Slowly but surely the graft is paying off. Just look at how clean the underbody is looking. We didn't predict actually how many drill batteries we would go through. So if you're planning on using the same method, make sure you've got one on charge whilst working on the underbody. It's all looking really healthy and good. Prepping is key, so we knew attention to detail was important before applying underseal, making sure there was not a speck of rust that hadn't been treated. Getting some of these areas back to bare metal was such a satisfying experience. This is what it looks like working under the Evo with the amount of underseal that is there. The front subframe from the silver Evo, we can dismantle it and get all the parts in the corner, whilst the red Evo, the underbody restoration, being complete. Then we can get this, move this more across here. The side, somebody mentioned, get some things around the side, get more car parts. It's looking a lot more cleaner. We've got the 4G63 Evo engine into the sea, drop it off to Global Import. Stay tuned on this one, guys. Say buddy Bo, come on. Let's get back to work. Literally, it's taken more than 2 days now. We're gonna get it shiny. Once we spray it, it's gonna be clean. Because we went over the rust areas over and over again just to make sure there are no hidden rust spots that we haven't missed. We also went over the control arms and the subframe to bring the shiny metal back, which actually worked, which was a shock, as we did think to respray them, but they looked really good after it was all done. The arms and subframes look literally blinking right now. I don't think the camera's doing justice for how clean it really is. And eventually when we do underseal all of this, well, obviously we'll cover the subframe out. It'll just look like that, all black shiny parts underneath. As you'll see, we've got the boosted Civic over there, still project. The Sora still in the unit, not being sold. We are going to plan to raffle this very soon, so keep a hold out. And we've got a Prelude over there, 2.2 VTI. We'll keep it going under the Evo, but so far so good. We're going to keep an eye on the major parts of the Evo, and then we should be good to go. So basically now with this bit, we're just going to clean it up, jet wash it, put rust converter on it, primer, and then under seal spray. Just a little bit of surface rust, bits that really needs it. Like this wheel hub with low mile wear and tear, instead of replacing it, we decided to wire brush the brake dust off and paint it silver again. We then moved on to the front of the car, which requires to remove the front coilovers off, removing 2 bolts on the wheel hub and 3 bolts on top. Even Spider-Man helped us. The condition of the front arches weren't so bad, but there were some rust spots, and just like the rear of the Evo, we wasn't taking any chances and grinded off every rust spot down. Jeremy also agrees. We also did the same on the other side, but to be careful with any electrical wires if you're going to do this. So now we're going to do the front subframe now. It's looking a bit, it is still clean, but it's just a little bit of surface rust. We're going to clean it out and respray it. If we're here now, we might as well do it. And that is done. So I guess what we're going to do now is basically wash the whole underbody. That's right, we have completed removing as much rust as possible and underseal where needed. After a few days, there'll be a lot of dust buildup that needs taking off. Now we're going to wash the car, so let's do this. This is pretty mad, looks like it's raining from underneath. This is what I'm talking about. We came from warehouse, no electric, no water, to building projects like this. Come on. With a scrub, bit of Maguire's, we're gonna go for the rear of the underbody. But that is looking absolutely mad. We're going to dry it off and then we're going to apply some degreaser. That should make it clean so that we can apply rust converter on the areas that it needs it. It's almost there. So at this point, we've got a clean cloth and we've got degreaser, and we just wiped it all underneath the Evo and on the body before we apply rust converter. Spraying on the rust area and then leave it for 24 hours. We'll just convert the rust ready to paint, which we're going to paint primer and then underseal after. Let's get down with it. Give it 15 minutes in between breaks and we'll go over it again. That's the rust converter sprayed onto the underbody. Leave it for 24 hours, assess how it looks, and then we'll apply the primer and then the undercoat. So far, I am so stoked with how the Evo is looking, and I just can't wait to see when it's all done and show you guys the end product of the Evo. 24 hours later, we are back. So we're now going to see, I don't know why, but it just started to just look a bit like that basically. That's how it's looking right now from both sides. It is looking a lot cleaner than before, but so that is looking 10,000 times better all across here as well. That rust converter done a brilliant job in converting those old rust, the silver patches you see. So now we just need to apply primer and get it undersealed right now. Just before we go ahead and do that, let's not forget we had to use masking tape all across the subframe, the brake disc and all the other important components before we carried on with this. We've got Inspector Jeremy here to make sure we get the job done right. So we are about to apply good quality etch primer, and before this the most important task was keeping everything dry and dust free. The primer will either peel off or the job won't come out perfect. Very grey, isn't it? big day, bro. So far it's looking good. Let's see how far we get. I am totally stoked with how good the job come out. If there was a recommendation, it would be doing the prep properly and having a really dry, warm place to really benefit. We move on to the front of the car and apply the same technique of spraying in portions and letting it dry to do another coat. We're gonna let this dry up for the next 24 hours and come back the next day and see what it looks like, so then we can apply under seal across all underneath. But so far it's looking so good. I can't describe how good the job's come out. So we'll see this in the next 24 hours. And 3, 2, 1. And here the Evo 24 hours later. Let's see how the car is looking right now. 24 hours later. That is looking so good. Well, that is just primer. That's not even under seal yet. We're gonna start applying under seal on the car, but that is looking pretty good. Everywhere that is looking pretty darn good. The arches. Right. The seals, look at that for the seal. Pretty decent, if you ask me. See the driver's side arch. The undersill that we have gone for, Raptor 2K, with this spray, it's like a hard finish at the end, so that's what's going to be applied on the Evo right now. And once it's done, the Evo is going to be shipped off to Global Imports to put the built engine back into the Evo, back on the road. We're hoping this will be done just before the summer starts. That's one can done already. That's can number 2. Under seal has been achieved. So this is how it's looking right now. That is the job right now. Make it a bit more smaller. There we go. And before and after. That's one arch. Here's the second arch. It's looking so good. I've got to give it up to Raptor. The spray is amazing. Even underneath here. Good. It's not even rubbery like how you get in Schultz. So I recommend anybody using Raptor spray. That's literally how it's gonna look. Got metal polish so we could polish up the rear subframe and control arms. Here's the star. I said, oh yeah! Whilst we were about to start respraying the hub and the front subframe, we decided to restore the front bonnet latch as it was very rusty. Taking the Evo to Global Imports in Shab's place. We've already gone to the trailer. Let's hope that we get there.
Just remember, you've got no brakes.
Let's get the trailer onto this now. TA Motors, Taha. The Evo is finally on the train now. We're going to strap it down, hit the motorway and get to Global Imports.
If you look for that, I will go with the rain. Yeah. Keep it like that, yeah.
I'm gonna build the engine here, so stay tuned for this one, guys. It's gonna be a mad one. I am so excited for the journey of the Evo. A big shout out to Global Imports Moshabs. He's helped me out big time for this. So we're gonna send this Evo to the moon. If you want to get your car sorted out, fixed up, servicing, modified, come to Global Jap Imports. I've dropped off my Evo to get the engine done here. Check this out, 1000 brake R32. Suzuki Alto 1 litre turbo 4-wheel drive.